Hello, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It is Sunshine Lorena and today I'm going to be telling you what my 2023 goals are. Can you believe it? It is a new year. You should be watching this, I believe, on the 1st of January. Yes, I'm filming in December. But yes, another year has passed. Can you believe it? So that means new goals. I don't like to call them resolutions. I like to say they're goals, and I try and be easy on myself in terms of how I set them. So I'm going to take you through them. As usual, I'm going to have my reading goals. I'm going to have goals for my channel. And then I'm going to have like some social goals. There might be some little bit of life goals, etc. But I will do timestamps so you can jump ahead to certain sections if you want to. So let's just kick it off with the reading goals. And of course, the big one, the amount of books that I want to try and read in 2023. And I want to set the same goal as I did for 2022, and that is 52 books. Yes, I did read more than that in 2022, but it's the same reasoning as last year. So over the last few years, I have read a lot. So 2020, I read 60 books, which 55 of those were from July onwards. In 2020, I finally got out of a reading slump after years, went crazy, read a lot. So then obviously I set a goal of 52 books in 2021. I read 104. Set a goal of 52 books in 2022, and as I'm filming this, it's currently 93, but it should be a little bit higher than that by the end of the year. So what my thought was last year and the same as this year is that I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I know there's some people like, oh, I'm gonna up it each year. They're gonna say, I'm gonna do 70, I'm gonna do 80, I'm gonna do 100. But I'd rather not have that much pressure on me. One book a week is achievable because I always read more than 4 books in a month. Months tend to be about 4 weeks, but I tend to read over that. However, in 2022, I did go through a little bit of a slump over a couple of months, which really dropped my reading. However, as you can see, I did overachieve that goal, but it allows for room for me to have slumps, to possibly pick up bigger books, because on my shelves I do have a lot of big books that I want to try and get through, and those definitely slow down the amount I read. Less pressure because far more achievable goal, a book a week for me. The next one is a new reading goal for me, and that is pages goal. So in 2022, Storygraph gave the function of being able to do pages goal. What I did set a goal for 2022. I didn't have it in this video, but it's a feature they added. So I ended up doing around about 20,000 pages. What I did is I took my 2021 books read and pages read, divided it, and then times it by 52 to get a number. Now I did do that now for this one on the books that I've read so far, and the number was coming out 14 something thousand. But I'm thinking I'm going to try 20,000. I'm going to push myself a little bit because, like I said, I do have those big books and I do want to try and get through the bigger books. 2022, I definitely haven't read that many big books, so that's probably why the pages numbers are down on average. But I'm going to try and aim for that. We'll see how it goes. The next goal is one that I had in my goals video in 2022 as well, is to do a pound a book. So what that is I will pay myself a pound, like I'll put money aside, I'll keep track of it. I'll put money aside for every book that I read that I physically own or own already on Kindle. I will put money aside that will allow me to then use that money and do a spending spree on books. This obviously is to encourage me to actually read the books that I own, because, you know, I have lots of books to read. I need to read them. So yeah, so I can actually get me to read them. And what I'll do is I will do book shopping. I don't think I'm going to save it all up to the end of the year and do a massive haul. I think what I'll do is at some point during the year, because again, with the reading, I also want to unhaul books that I'm not wanting to keep. So I want to unhaul throughout the year, but I think what I'll do is maybe at some point I'll do like a withdraw, maybe half yearly or something, a withdraw from the funds from my books to pounds, and do a little bit of shopping. I don't know how that would be. I might do a charity book shop because, you know, there's a couple around me that they do like £50 books, and I could get a lot of books, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll vlog it, I'll do a video about it, but that is the plan. My next one, I want to try and read more fantasy in 2023. So I read a bit more fantasy in 2022. I feel like I'm entering my fantasy era and I want to read more of it. I have quite a bit on my shelves to read. I have like Atlas 6, I have 6 Crimson Cranes, and I have A Magic Steep and Poison. I have the Shadow and Bone series. Like, I have a lot around, and I have some on my Kindle. And I actually want to read a bit more fantasy because it's an enjoyable genre. I want to get into a little bit. I read the Poppy War series in 2022 and I was like, fantasy is maybe a bit of me now. Again, like 2022, I want to try and read new releases, more new releases. When I did my 2022 review video, you can go and check it out if you want to, I ended up at that point have read 24 new releases, which I think is a really good amount, but I want to like keep that momentum going because I obviously have backlist books to read, but I also want to read a lot of new releases. I am going to be, what I'm going to be doing this year, so last year I did like most anticipated new releases video every single month, and that lasted up until August, and then I kind of gave it up. It was a lot, and it's a lot of research, and yeah, so what I'm going to do this year, so what I'm doing this year, and it will be the video after this one, I believe it'll be the video after this one, I'm going to do my Q1, so January to March anticipated releases, and I'm going to do it in 3-month slots throughout the year, so there'll be 4 of them, and hopefully I will read quite a few of them, but yes, look out for that video. So my classics reading last year was terrible. I only read 4, my goal was 10. The year before I read 10, but I didn't read the 10, all the 10 that I said I was going to read, but I read 10. This year I'm going to do the goal of 5 classics because I haven't read a classic in months and months, and it's been a while, and I do enjoy them, and there's certain ones that I want to read. I have them on my shelves. I have more than 5 on my shelves, so it is completely achievable for me to read the ones that are actually on my shelves that I've been saying I'm going to reread for the last few years. So I'm going to try and do it, guys. I'm going to try and read 5 classics. Hopefully I will achieve that this year. Again, like last year, I want to read 1 book in Italian. 2 books in Italian would be better, but you know, I don't want to fail at my goals. I want to make them achievable, so I want to read 1 book in Italian. So I have quite a few on my shelves. However, I am trying to read like more children's ones, and actually a few of them are classics, so it'll help me with that previous goal. So I'm not entirely sure which one I'll read, but there is The Secret Garden, I have The Wizard of Oz, there is Pinocchio, there is Peter Pan, so one of these ones I will read, and like I said, they're all classics, those children's ones, so it will be like 2 birds, 1 stone. And I think what I'll do again is I'm going to do like a vlog like I did last time of me reading in Italian. So this year I've got a new goal for myself, and that's to be able to vote in at least 1 category in the Goodreads Choice Awards. Now I know the Goodreads Awards, everyone says it's a bit of a popularity contest, and I completely agree, but this year I think there was a category where I read 1 of the books. Even though I read quite a lot of new releases, I didn't read obviously the popular new releases in 2022. So my goal is to be able to read at least in 1 of those categories. When it comes to new releases, it tends to be thrillers I lean towards, so hopefully I'll be able to vote that one. But since I want to read more fantasy, maybe I'll be able to vote in the fantasy category, and since in 2022 surprisingly my top read genre was romance, which I wasn't expecting, so it could be that one, so at least 1. If I can vote in 2 categories that would be amazing, but I want to be able to vote in 1. So I will have another video coming out after this one, which is going to be 23 books that I want to read in 2023. So my goal is to read at least 85% of that list. Obviously if I read all of it is amazing, but you know, when I found that when I make a list of books I want to read, the chances are I will not read all of that list. It's just statistics, that's what's happened so far. So 85% I feel like is achievable one. Hopefully I'll achieve that, but we are going to try and read the whole list, but 85% minimum. So that's all of my reading goals. Now we're going to go on to the channel goals. So my first one is going to be post consistently, which I did as a goal last year as well. So I want to be posting at least once a week. As my plans currently stand in terms of content, because I got ill just before Christmas, and you probably maybe still hear my voice at the moment because Christmas hasn't happened when I'm filming this because it is the 22nd of December. I didn't film all the videos that I wanted to, and I had to like move things around and prioritize other ones because they're end of year content ones. So there is some ones that I still want to do. There are some tags that I've been tagged in that I want to film, and there's a couple of recommendation videos that I had planned that I want to film and still do. So as it stands, January and February, it looks like I'm mostly going to be posting twice a week, Sunday and Wednesday. However, my goal is just to post at least once a week on a Wednesday. That is the goal, and I'm going to be consistent, and hopefully you will love the content that I'm going to make. And then on that note, actually, let me know if there's anything specific that you would like to see from me, and I will try and see if I can film it. Within that content, I do want to just keep up with my reading vlogs, but I want to do again some challenges, some themes like reading new releases, so that it helps me with that other goal, or you know, reading books for my 23 and 23, reading 5-star predictions, reading fantasy books, you know, trying to read 100 pages a day. I don't know, I have all these ideas. I'm gonna try and kind of keep my reading vlogs themed or have challenges in them. The next one is grow my channel. So the last couple of years I've done like kind of like numbers for that, and you know, I think I have grown over the last year, but you don't always grow the same way that you think you will. You could exceed or under succeed that. So I don't want to focus on numbers. I just want to focus on the content I'm producing and just growing my channel as I go through that. So it's just grow my channel. I have more subscribers at the end of the year than I do now at the start. So I will take note of the subscribers I have like each month, and we will go through it that way. But yes, just to grow my channel. And then the last one for my channel goals is I want to host either a read-along or readathon. So in 2022, I was a co-host for the read-along of the Poppy War series, and I really enjoyed it. So I want to host either a readathon or a read-along in 2023. I do have an idea for a readathon. I do need to do a lot more research, and then I want to see if anyone else wants to join me. I don't have like prompts or anything planned out, but I have an idea. I have an idea. So if you are on BookTube and you want to take part in a readathon, send me like a message on like Twitter, Instagram, etc. And we can discuss, because like I said, I have an idea, and I really want to do like a readathon or a read along. And finally, the social media goals. So in years before, I just focused on Instagram, but as things are always changing, TikTok is becoming much bigger. So I'm gonna instead have social media goals to kind of cover both platforms. So one of which is growing Instagram, and the other one is growing TikTok. Again, like the channel one, I don't do specific numbers because you don't know how it's gonna work out. I just want to end the year with more than what I started in this grow a community. Instagram I find is a little bit slower in terms of growth. TikTok seems to be much quicker. It's just with like the videos, it seems to be the format, and I do have fun making those, so hopefully I'll make lots of good content. My Instagram is Sunshine Lorena Books, and my TikTok is Sunshine Lorena, if you want to give those a follow. And with that, I just want to post consistently. I haven't posted anything in December because, you know, Vlogmas and being like busy and everything. But I want to consistently post, which will be a few times a week, because every day, I know it's better on TikTok if you post every day, but that's like really this like pulling content out of my brain, trying to like come up with lots of different ideas. But maybe like 2 or 3 times a week I want to at least post, but just consistent, because what I found this year on Instagram and TikTok is I'll go through periods of being really consistent and then just drop off, and you're not going to really grow your channel, your pages if you do that. So that is the plan. And that's it. That is all of my goals for 2023. Let me know what you think of them. Let me know what your top goals are for 2023. And hopefully we can like encourage each other to actually achieve them. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment. If you've gotten this far, do the party emoji. Do like the party celebration like emoji, because it is the 1st of January when this is up, and it's the new year, so let's celebrate. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, you want to see more content, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!